So I guess tell me, how this is going so far, and obviously everyone's looking at you to be the guy this year.
It's fun, to be able to get back out there with the guys and really just be able to compete against the defense with coaches out there because we do a lot of player-led practices, so to be able to get out there as a team with people running around, flying around, it's a lot of fun.
Now that Eric's not here anymore, I mean, what did you learn from him, over the last few years that now you can, take into this starting quarterback role?
A lot of that leadership role that he had, he wasn't such a vocal leader on the field. He was more of a lead by example. He's a physical dude, as everybody knows how he plays on the field. So, really taking that into consideration because I'm more vocal and, try to be that leader that he was.
What was the offseason? Does it feel any different kind of from last year to this year where you're stepping into, I guess, more of the de facto starter for you?
No, because like I said last year a bunch of times, I always prepare as a starter. So when the time comes, if you're running with the twos, you got to act like you're the one starter, just playing with the twos and stuff like that moving forward.
What was the offseason like for you? Obviously, posted a lot of videos and posts about working out and posted PRs in the weight room. Kind of what was that offseason like for you? Kind of building your own strength and then also throwing things.
It was a lot of fun, lifting. Everybody likes to lift, especially when we're up here. We're not down in Florida, so we can't be outside playing and running around the whole time. So you got to do something. So we like to lift weights a lot up here, and it was a lot of fun. I was in a different kind of group today. Well, this year actually, more of like speed, explosiveness, stuff like that. So it was different for me, but I enjoyed it.
What do you feel like you tried to add to yourself? You mentioned doing different kind of drills and things like that. What do you feel like you try to add to yourself now? Obviously, getting a more bigger role kind of in the offense.
Kind of just helping everybody around me, bettering myself, everything with the little things. Because everything starts from the bottom. You got to build up and helping the receivers, making sure we're all getting our timing back together. Because this is the first day today, so next time we come back out, we got to be better.
You guys obviously made a bowl game for the first time in a while. You win that bowl game. Does it feel like the expectations around here are just different now going into the spring ball?
For sure. I could tell from me being here my freshman year to now, a lot of people are a lot more confident and everybody knows what they have to do in order to get to where we were last year and to even surpass that.
Tommy, you mentioned kind of working on explosive stuff. I think that video that was out there was you doing some hang cleans. What other kind of stuff were you doing this offseason?
Everything was kind of speed based. So whether it was bench press, squat, cleans, everything we had time. So whatever weight we have on the bar, we're doing it for speed rather than slow moving. If that makes sense.
When you say time, do you mean time like AMRAP or like rest in between? Or
All right, so we got, it's called the Tendo. It's like a little device that they hook up to the bar, and it's like a string. And it tests the bar speed, I guess you could say. So anytime you do one rep, it tells you how fast the bar is moving. So we kind of go off of that.
Okay. Do you guys do anything with adjust your rest time between sets?
No, not so much that. More just bar speed and stuff like that.
Cool.
So you're really trying to build that explosion.
Yes, for sure.
Okay. How are you feeling with moving in with Tristan and Abdul? How they looked and sort of like you mentioned the chemistry of the receivers. How are you feeling in first practice?
Everything looked really well. I mean, as far as the whole receivers as a core and the running backs, because we've been out here for a while doing player-led practices and stuff like that. So when we come out and we do it here with the coaches, it's just that much more crisp.
Player-led practices, were those something that like Eric was taking charge of in the past, and have you sort of taken that mantle up and getting guys in here yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that something that you guys have been responsive to? You just sort of hey, let's get in here and
Exactly. Yeah. So we started early. After the bowl game, let's say the first week we came back, we started throwing. So usually that's really early for a lot of teams. A lot of guys just want to take it easy, but a lot of the guys were really responsive and they wanted to come out and throw.
This is year 3 for you here, like you mentioned, and kind of second year playing. How much more control of the offense do you feel like you've had?
Kind of the same thing, just learning more of the X's and O's, kind of picking up on little things such as like defenses, defensive fronts, coverages, disguises, stuff like that.
Seems like a lot of the offensive linemen are changing their bodies. Evan and Dakota are like 340 pounds, and Aaron Service, he looks so much thinner. What have you seen from those guys, and do you think that's kind of in anticipation of what the offense is going to be like next year?
They're awesome. I mean, they're in the rack right behind me, so we're always going back and forth. But they lift a lot of weight. It's crazy. They lift a lot of weight, and to see them running the way that they run on the field, and we have to do conditioning, it's something special that they have going on. It's going to be great looking forward.
Just seeing the numbers for those guards. I mean, 340 is really big. make me think maybe there's maybe more of an emphasis on the downhill run game. Is that something that you see to kind of like set up play action with you as more of a passing guy?
For sure. The only way pass works is if the run game's working. And if the run game's working that much, you stick with it until we break a tendency and then you go to the pass. So if the running backs need to go for 100 yards, we're doing something right. We're winning games, and that's all I could ask for.
I know every coach wants to run the ball, but is that and kind of that angle with you being a passing guy something the coaches have been talking about a lot?
Oh, we haven't really discussed anything like that. It's kind of into assumptions.
Yeah, for sure.